our sea day, November 30th. We have another sea day tomorrow. It is just almost 9 a.m. I got up at 6 today. I slept an extra hour and went and got my coffee. Braulio in the International Cafe is so great. I just walk up to the counter and he knows my card number, he knows my name, and he knows my order. And so I don't even have to say anything. He just hands me my Americano and then say, okay, have a good day, Hillary. There's 7 more days, including today. Well, we get off on the 6th, so I guess 6 days. But that is longer than most cruises I've taken this year. So I have a whole nother cruise basically left, which is awesome. There's only one more port, Puerto Vallarta, where I'm gonna go snorkeling with my new friend Lynn. But anyway, I've got my swimsuit on. I'm going to head up to the sanctuary and spend my morning there. But let me show you outside. I haven't actually gone out yet, so we'll see how warm it is. So many birds. Wow, tons of birds for us being out at sea. I can't see land. We're gonna have to change our clocks back at least 2 more hours before we get to the West Coast. But we spoke with one of the restaurant guys last night and he said his schedule only shows us going back once. So I hope that means that we will do our final set back of the clocks overnight before we get to port in California. That would be so awesome to get an extra hour of sleep that day. Today is going to be my first day really laying in the sun. I've been under cover of my cabana all along. Got a Corbel and water. They bring you a cold wet towel to wipe off with when you come in, and it's really warm. It is 11 a.m. I jumped in the pool and went to the salon, and I actually spoke with the salon manager and explained to him that I want an appointment, but I want a guarantee that when I arrive, I'm not going to be sitting there for a half an hour waiting for somebody. And he told me it's a different tech today and that he will make sure she's ready right when I get there. So at noon, I'm going to go for that. So it's 1:15. I just came back. I got my nails done. I really hate to be this customer, but this morning at 10:30, I spoke with the manager. He promised that he would make sure they were on time for my appointment today. I got there 10 minutes early for my appointment. There was a very friendly Australian lady sitting next to me who also had an appointment at noon for her nails to be done. And we both were seated in the lobby until 12:20, almost 12:25. And we were both ready to stand up and leave at the point where somebody came, and I thought it was her technician because she was sitting there longer than I had been. And I said, oh, here's your person. And the lady actually said, oh, Hillary, come on back. So I said to that lady, I hope you get seated soon. And I got up and went back to my table. And as we were sitting down, that tech who was doing my nails told the other lady, hey, your customer's here. So that woman who was supposed to be the one who did my nails last night got up and looked and said, where? I don't see anyone. There was nobody else sitting there except for that woman straight in front of her face. My girl started on my nails half an hour late. And I mean, she did a good job. But at the end, she said, I'll be right back with your receipt. And I said, actually, I would really like to check out with the manager. And she said, okay, I'll bring your receipt up. So I walked out and I went up to the manager and I said, excuse me, but I was pretty clear with you this morning what happened last night when I came in. And when I came in today, I sat again for 20 minutes waiting for my appointment. And I'm not okay with that. And he said, I'm so sorry. As an experienced customer, I just want to make sure that you're happy. We do have a 100% guarantee, so I'll make sure you're not charged. And I told him I had my shellac removed and a new manicure done, so I'm okay with paying, but you know, the booking needs to be better than this. And he said, no, I will just make sure there's no charge. I apologize. And the girl who did my nails was standing on the sideline, just didn't know what to do, and she felt bad. But it's not her fault that she was booked that way. So I need to go back with cash to tip her. Even though it's apparently free now, I feel bad because I complained. Like, I don't feel like anybody wins on this whole situation. But yeah, I hate to end my appointment that way. And actually, I am not going to walk by the salon for the rest of my cruise. I feel so awkward about it. I will be going up to deck 15 and entering the sanctuary that way because I feel bad. The card room at 2:15 in the afternoon on a sea day. Pretty packed. It's almost 5 p.m. and I just finished playing hand and foot with Beverly, Jill, and Lynn. We played, I think, 4 games until they kicked us out of the Bayou Cafe because they're setting up for dinner. So now I have a couple hours free time before we have our dinner at 7:30, and the waves are actually kind of big. They don't look big, but they are. So I'm gonna stop in here up on deck and see what's happening and then start getting ready for dinner. I apologize for the light reflection in this window, but there's something out here in the water. I'm not sure what it is. It's been bobbing there for a few minutes. So I'm gonna film until I see what it is. It actually looks pretty big the closer we get. It can't be a boat. We're out in the middle of nowhere. No way is that a boat. What in the world are they doing out here? There's no land visible anywhere. Yeah, our boat is blasting at them because what the It's like 3 people in a handmade raft. This route has been the strangest thing ever. I haven't seen land since yesterday.
Exactly. I think they're just lucky it's fairly calm.
Yeah.
This big swell.
Jeez.
It's gonna be dark in like a half an hour. You saw it the other day when that boat was capsized?
Yeah, somebody
watched somebody pop up out of that hood with it. You know?
Yeah. Somebody said yesterday they saw them towing a very similar boat to shore in Costa Rica.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The theory I've heard from everyone on board is that it was like a drug boat.
Oh, they just let it go adrift.
Yeah. And it did look suspicious. It didn't have any lights or lifeboat.
No numbers on it.
Or
front was not covered. Either that or one smuggling people.
Yeah, and somebody said it was painted blue and turquoise, so it would almost blend in if you were looking from the sky.
Sorry for disturbing you. This is just to inform us we are currently reducing our speed as well. One small boat on the port side, which is facing forward to the left-hand side of the ship. We're going to turn the ship around and investigate if these people require any assistance. Thank you.
They require a better boat at the very minimum.
Sorry for disturbing you during your dinner, and as you know, it's always better to follow any investigation. Fishermen will be. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
How are they going to get to land? They're done checking? No way.
How they could have done checking if
We didn't
no
even get
rescue
close.
boat.
Who was talking to them? Nobody talked to them.
Wow.
Call them phone.
I was just filming from one level down, and I noticed this black thing bobbing in the water. I thought it was a whale, so I started recording. But it was a tiny little boat. And then the captain came on and said they were going to investigate. It's back over behind me now. And then he came on again, and I think he said they did the investigation, even though that boat just only got further away from us. And they're fishermen, I think he said. So we're going to leave them out here. They did not even have a canopy on that freaking boat. I can't even see it anymore. This is the weirdest thing. And I walk up to this guy, I'm like, where did that boat go? So he points it out to me, and I'm like, oh my God, look all the staff down there. This must not be normal. And he just says, yeah, it's not normal. Well, then he turns to leave, and he's wearing a name tag. He's staff too. So I said, how many times have you seen this happen? He says, this is twice on this trip, and 4 times total in 4 years. 4 times, including the 2 times on this trip. There's no more daylight. Like, it's 6 p.m. It's about to be night. Why would fishermen still be out here? But that crew member was telling me that the cruise lines have been told now just to provide food and water and not pick up boats with people. But yeah, there's all kinds of staff lined up along this. Well, not on this floor, but down one. Wow, I hope those people really are just fishermen. I'm gonna go get ready for dinner. And I guess we'll just pretend that never happened. Okay. Totally pitch black now. I mean, we're talking 15 minutes ago. Good morning. It's 8:30 on our second sea day. Well, actually our third sea day, but our second in a row. Let me show you outside. It's such wild weather. I actually woke up at 4:30 this morning after going to bed at 11 because of the waves and the way the boat was moving so much. I took some Dramamine, but I wasn't able to fall back asleep. But I stopped by the photo gallery since I ran out of footage. These chips only give you 1 hour of memory for the GoPro. Decided to buy 3. And then I also got this 150 piece Panama edition scrapbooking thing. And they have little scrapbooks there, so I might buy one, but I could also get one at home. The Panama Canal thing was cool, and it was only $15. It's 9:10 a.m. Hot tubs are open. Pool is not. And I'm taking my new route to the sanctuary. They've been doing maintenance behind my chair up here, but it doesn't really bother me. I'm just not sure what has needed 3 days of mechanical work. We're on the starboard side. Morning. Excuse me. So these seats must not be used today. They're protected from the rain. Got my coffee. I'm gonna read the patter, see what's happening today. It's 12:40. They actually have a game of beer pong happening in the atrium today at 2:45, which I'm thinking about going to watch and film. I can't recall ever seeing beer pong on a ship, especially on a 15-day, generally elderly cruise. Pool's open. Oh, it looks like they might be opening the grill. It has been in Horizon Court this whole cruise because of ongoing maintenance issues, according to the sign. So we're playing some Discovery at Sea stuff up there. And I got a slice of pepperoni and a slice of vegetarian pizza for lunch to eat the toppings off of. Stop by this Quest game show that's in Explorers Lounge right now, where they ask you to provide something. Each group has to bring up whatever they say, like a piece of fruit or a Rolex or something. And I got there a little bit too late, so everybody was already formed up in groups. But I knew I was coming into that game because this man came giggling, running down the photo gallery to get back in there and turn in whatever he had gone to obtain somewhere on the ship. He was just loving it. That game show is really fun. And they asked for a Rolex last time I was watching one of those. I think that was on a Norwegian ship. But somebody actually provided a Rolex, and it was a woman. So good for her. It's 2:50 right now. And I am on my way to this elite member wine tasting that's not on the patter. It does say here, please always refer to the patter or ask the dining room waiter to confirm date, time, and location. I called the front desk and asked if it was still happening today, and she said it's not an open invitation event, and that's why it's not listed, but it is happening. Beer pong.
Every and each one of us, we have developed a very unique and sophisticated perception system, which is depending on what we went through in our life, in our past, yes? Every sound, every smell, every flavor. And after that, you take a couple of clean sniffs, and then let's smell the Chardonnay. Can you tell the difference of the two wines without looking at them? Yes? Donna Fugata is minerally dry. You can smell lots of apple.
Good morning. We're at sea today. It's warm, but it's not hot. But as you can tell by the camera fogging up, it is humid. One of my dinner table mates said that she leaves her camera outside because then the lens can adjust and then it won't fog up every time she tries to take a picture. But yesterday, I think I told you I woke up at 4:30 in the morning because it was so wavy. My friend is on the 10th level. I'm on 11. She woke up and found chunks of seaweed on her balcony. That is how high the waves were going. A couple at our table said that their whole balcony set got covered in sea water. So like the salt, when it dried, there were granules of salt everywhere. And the lady didn't know. So she sat down with some dark pants on, and when she got up, they were just coated with sea salt. And she was telling us all this and that she tried to rub it off, which just made it worse. And then she put them out in the laundry to see if they could fix it. And her husband looks at her, he's like, why didn't you just get them wet? It would have dissolved the salt. I'm gonna go get some coffee and head up to the sanctuary. And then this afternoon I'll be doing tea time with Bev in Bordeaux dining room, I believe. So I missed it yesterday. Actually, I haven't done tea time in several days now. Last night's dinner was so fun. We had requested French onion soup, and the maitre d' said he couldn't promise anything, but he would try. Well, last night when we were placing our dinner orders with our appetizer, he said, okay, French soup, right? Or French onion soup. And so they brought it out, and it was so good. The portion was huge, first of all. There was so much cheese in it. It was right up my alley. Oh my gosh. It was delicious. And then Yolanda, who's at our table, but she was not there the day we requested it, she said, oh, is there enough for me? And the waiter said, I ordered 7, let me check. And he made it seem like she wouldn't be able to get it. And then he ended up bringing her one. So they made it work, which was nice. And we can't figure out, we literally are the last table in there every night. And we don't understand because we sit down at the same time. We have our courses as they come out. We don't take a long time to order, but we just end up looking around and we are the only people still there. The group, I couldn't have asked for better table mates, and I'm so glad I met Beverly because that changed my cruise experience. I then started doing dinners with other people instead of making myself buffet salads, and yeah, it just completely morphed the experience. Yolanda and Mickey are having their vows renewed on the ship, and they got these really cool invitation or save the date cards from the staff here. They're little laminated things that are specially designed with Coral Princess, the date, their names, and that they're renewing their vows and where to go to attend. I thought that was a really nice little perk, and actually the package for renewing their vows sounds like it encompasses a lot. Bev went to the photo gallery to buy a frame for one of their pictures that they'll have taken, and she was about to check out. She asked the photo gal to just double check that they hadn't already purchased a frame, and actually their package came with one that was even better than the one we were looking at there for Bev to get them. So instead, Bev went up to the salon and purchased a makeup application for Yolanda. That's going to be not today or tomorrow, because tomorrow we're in port, but it'll be the following day, and that's in the Hearts and Minds chapel. If they are okay with it, I will videotape some of that, because I've never had the opportunity to attend a wedding or vow renewal or ceremony like that. I just walked into the sanctuary. Gonna put on my sunscreen, and actually I'm pretty well in the sun, so I don't need to roll forward too far. It's 9 a.m. It's gonna be a gorgeous day. It's beautiful and sunny. It's only like 10:20 in the morning, but I'm gonna be up here for at least 2 more hours. Switching from 30 to 50 SPF, and I'm gonna go swimming. Then after this, actually let me show you the sports court. I haven't been up here yet. It's a little bit too hot to be playing sports in the sun, in my opinion. It is about 11, and I ran out of sunscreen, so I went to switch to my 50, and it doesn't spray. So I'm going down to the shop to have them replace it, because I bought it from the gift shop here. Dolphins swimming around, I hope you can see them. A couple just went under the ship, and then I saw one out further. There's one. Oh, that's just a big fish. Or a baby. See the little dolphin? Right here? And here? Oh, yeah!
¡Qué lindo! Deben haber tirado comida. Food.
Yeah.
Deben haber del barco. Ship. Take food.
Puts it out.
At the ship.
Yeah. That's so cool. There's a lot. Pretty.
Beautiful, mira.
Yes.
Señora.
Oh, and little.
Huh?
Oh, there's more jumping.
I see.
Cool. I've never seen such small ones. Oh my gosh, it's so hot out here. I'm sorry if I'm like glowing with sweat. So, I just ordered my lunch. I'm gonna actually eat up here because I'll be up here until tea time. So I ordered the vegetables, but it comes with a feta dip that was almost like water last time, and I couldn't dip my vegetables in it. I would dip them and then it would all run off back into the dish. So I ordered blue cheese instead of that dressing, and a shrimp salad that comes with white beans, and then a gazpacho, I think is how you say it. It's like a tomato cold soup. I went down to the gift shop and told them that my last bottle of that didn't spray, and they just swapped it out without even ringing me up or anything. They just made sure I had the princess tag on there. Just laying out here. There were dolphins over there, so a bunch of people were watching them. I talked with the staff here, and she said, Edith told me it is that we're just high up. They're really not that small. So she said as we get closer to California, we'll see more and more of them. So my lunch is here. I got the vegetables with blue cheese, then the shrimp skewer, and tomato gazpacho. Okay, there's some kind of like creating a boat challenge that they're testing their water worthiness now. Let's see if I can get over here and show you.
And this was the USSR. We're giving a round of applause. Oh, very fancy, some artistic skills. Okay, so we but I need my soda cans back.
Hey Yolanda!
Hi.
It is almost 1:45, and I just was up at the seaworthiness test for the little rafts people have created. I didn't see that event when it was going on, like initially, but Yolanda and Mickey walked by as I was watching, so I stopped filming to go say hi to them. And you might have seen, I don't know if I actually put it in the vlogs before, but it used to really bother me that every time the room steward came in, he would close the curtains. Now that I've done this South America route, I appreciate that he does that because it actually makes a difference with the air conditioning. It does keep the room cooler. So I've started to close these curtains myself when I leave. Tea time is at 3, I believe, and we're gonna do it indoors instead of where I normally have it, which is in the sanctuary. Been up there all day. I think I'm borderline sunstroke, so I'm gonna stay indoors for the rest of the day. So I'm at Bordeaux. That's where we're having tea. I think Beverly might have forgotten, so I'm waiting out here for her, and my friend Will came by, and he's looking for his 2 friends that were supposed to be here. Well, his life partner and their friend. So he's like, if you see them, don't let them leave. So I'll at least be waiting here until he catches up with them. I picked up a South America cruise pamphlet. I shouldn't be looking through this kind of thing, but I am. Oh my goodness. This is not like when I went in Aruba. What do you think, Glenn?
I don't see a thing.
These waves are surprisingly big.
I haven't seen any fish yet.
Neither have I. As long as I don't see a shark, I'm good.